I'm Abby. Welcome to my YouTube channel, 1 Minute Off, and please enjoy the ride. So, well, first of all, thank you so much for almost 300 subscribers. My Cowboy Bebop video got like so many more views than I ever imagined it would, so wow, thank you. That's cool. I would love to go ahead and, gently push the goal of maybe 500 subscribers by the end of 2021. But I know it's a narrow goal, so I'm going to push it pretty timidly. If you do like this video, please feel free to subscribe. But in the meantime, on to the content. This is empty. Let's fill it. Buzzballs Choco Chiller. So it was $2.99 at the store, and it's 15% alcohol by volume. So we'll see how this goes. It smells, I can smell it from here. So, Christmas songs. Much like, spending time with a distant aunt that you receive socks from every year, they are dreaded and they are annually recurring. Only, unlike family, which is temporary, Christmas songs seem like they'll live forever. It would be kind of, a very fun and sexy thing to do to round out the year on this channel, as we all slowly descend into another lockdown, because not everyone got vaccinated like they should have. Take another look at, some of the most popular Christmas songs, the ones that everyone knows, and just sort of do, a little overhaul, reevaluation of a few. I initially thought that a good old-fashioned 5-star rating system would be good here, but I realized that scale does not quite give the flexibility and maybe deeper critique that some of these songs perhaps deserve. So I'm actually going to go with a 12-star rating system in honor of course, the 12 Days of Christmas. Obviously 12 being the golden star on top of the Christmas tree, and 1 being complete hollyhock bullshit. I have a very, cyclical relationship with this kind of music, wherein every year I kind of go into November like, okay, all right, I'm ready. I can hear a Christmas song like once or twice, I can do it. Then I get, super into it by the end of the month and early into December, and then something just kind of switches. Usually it's about the 57th time I hear Dominic the Donkey, and I never want to hear another Christmas song again ever until of course November of the following year. I'm sure that anyone watching might follow a very similar pattern, and I haven't seen a lot of these types of videos on YouTube, so today I thought we'd just take a little gander at these songs. Love them or hate them, you definitely know them, and try and spread a little Christmas joy before we all go back into hell. It's always a good reminder around this time of year, and any time of year really, that art is subjective. I believe that the wide discography of Christmas songs really drives that home. I mean, there's so many different types of these bangers, right? You've got ones that really only seem like they play in grocery stores when you're shopping alone for an item that you haven't heard of before, for like a distant relative. There's ones that, instantly transport you to some room that's big and warm and there's a chimney on and you have some hot chocolate and maybe some eggnog with some liquor. The ones that you hate to admit that you love, the ones that allude to drugging someone's drink. Every category really is covered by Christmas music. Every topic is covered. What I'm saying is, wherever these songs end up on this list or in my own heart or your own heart, they've got value to somebody, somewhere. Whether that value rests in, commercial profit or stealing the hearts of people who feel the need to acknowledge the entire room that they are currently aware that the Mariah Carey song is playing, that's up to you. What I did was extensive hours of research on numerous different musical stylings and genres. I went on Spotify is what I did. I went on Spotify and I just picked out a few songs that I feel like are just worth taking a second look. Rockin' around Christmas. The first one up is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, which was first recorded in 1958 by a 13-year-old named Brenda Lee.
It's already pretty insane.
Now, when I was little, okay, I thought that for some reason during, the break in the song, they were singing, "You will get a Santa little feeling," instead of, you will get a sentimental feeling. But honestly, now that I think about it, I think it's a pretty clever pun on my part, go young me. This one is a classic, you know it, you probably hate it at this point. I'm not like 100% sure why they're talking about pumpkin pie in this. Like maybe that was a bigger thing back in that time, but like I don't know. I mean, is pumpkin pie? Maybe I'm wrong. Is pumpkin pie a staple of the holiday tradition? Holiday tradition. I mean, I guess it's also in that song "Home for the Holidays" too. So like, maybe I am wrong. This one has some pretty cool, melody changes, melodic changes. It keeps you in this very, energetic Christmassy spirit. So I mean, overall, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one like a solid 10 Lords of Leapin' out of 12. Jingle bell rock. Next we have Jingle Bell Rock, which has recently been pretty popular. I mean, I guess every year has been pretty popular on TikTok. The short little dance trend. Now, I gotta say, I really do enjoy this one. Orange wine with cream and natural flavors. I don't taste the orange, but okay. Didn't spill it, so. Where were we? Now, I really do love this one. I feel like it does make me want to visit wherever Jingle Bell Square is, albeit in perhaps less frosty air. I'm also like 99% sure I did a dance to this with my sister when I was younger. I should text her and ask her. Anyway, okay. This song really is bushels of fun. I mean, it's quick, it's easy, and it's free. It's one of those songs that you know all the lyrics to, even though you've probably never looked them up. And it truly does make for a bright time to rock the night away. I mean, plus that, that 3-time repeating ending is just, ooh, it does hit every time. So this one's another one that's resting at, a solid 10 out of 12. Winter Wonderland. Keeping it classic, our third song is Winter Wonderland. Some wonderful alliteration in the titular line. And I actually think the whole song is written in limerick form. I could be wrong, like an AABBC scheme. Does that sound smart or right? And, there's a few different lyrical versions of this one, namely the line involving the snowman. I was looking up who the hell Parson Brown was, and it turns out there's layers to this. So the song's not actually about Christmas, nor does it mention it. It's actually about marriage during the holidays, and a parson is another word for a clergyman in the Protestant religion. So, like, in this musical situation, this couple, builds a snowman and allegedly has it marry them, and then
has lots of fun with it.
Okay, I'm not sure what that means. And the reveal behind this song has changed it a little bit in my eyes. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of a reduced from the original score, which is still pretty high. I'm still at an 8 out of 12. Still a banger. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Next, we have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the song about the communist deer. This one definitely does bring back a lot of memories. I remember, back in elementary school, we would kind of sing our, own kid version of this song. It would go, they never let poor Rudolph join any reindeer games, and then we'd say, like Monopoly. I don't know if this was, a countrywide thing, or we were just weird. But anyways, this song is obviously attached to the beloved 1964 stop-motion movie with the absolutely terrifying snowman character. And though that does bring it down just quite a bit because it haunts my dreams, I'm gonna give this song a solid 9 out of 12 since, it brings back all these great memories of being a young kid and believing in Santa. But also, unfortunately, unavoidably conjures up these, horrible flashbacks of the snowman. Santa Claus is coming. Our fifth song is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which is where we might start to get into, the more questionable lyrics of the Christmas genre. I mean, he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. A little bit, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, a little bit more
terrifying
to a child, maybe, than an incentive to be good. But, by far not the worst of the lyrical offenders. It's what? At the end of the day, it's another solid, simple tune, and it manages to, get you in the Christmas spirit, get you in the mood. So it's gonna get 9 ladies dancing from me. Frosty the Snowman. This next song has another beloved Christmas film attached to it, Frosty the Snowman from Frosty the Snowman, always a classic. Explaining the, assembly of a snowman while also just describing just a fun time in the snow. Though in reality, when I think about it. The idea of like a snowman that you built to temporarily like, you know, just hang out and take pictures of, decorate, and it coming to life is actually pretty horrifying. That imagery aside though, this is also gonna get, you know, a pretty good 11 out of 12 from me, since it does remain stuck in my head for several days after I first hear it, but thus far I have not minded.
Hippopotamus for Christmas.
This one, I can see how someone would immediately hate this one. I'm still kind of on the fence about it, you know, not for even this video, but just like as a person. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas is another really old song sung by a really young gal back in the day. And looking it up, it actually turns out that the girl who sang it ran this like statewide funding thing where kids would just donate a dime, and eventually like that led to a hippopotamus coming to the zoo, and it actually worked. Side note, I found it like this weird website that listed facts about the song when I was doing my research for this. Some parts of it seemed a little bit unedited.
Does Mariah Carey still get paid for what she wants for Christmas?
This song, you know, after much deliberation in my brain, does receive the full 12 stars. I guess the 12 drummers drumming. For both, you know, banger status and like actual, I guess, real world influence. What a beautiful thing. Number 8 on this list is I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Okay, so this one, okay. This is another one I have sort of a weird relationship with. It's like one of those weird but sultry Christmas songs, but it's like also from the point of view of like an innocent child, which is a very fine and impressive line to tread. When I heard the song as a kid, in my mind, I just assumed that this kid was seeing his mom cheat on his dad with Santa. And only recently was it explained to me that it's actually the dad dressing up as Santa. And like, okay.
First of all,
obviously, you know, a much better situation, arguably. But also, you know, opens the question of, you know, does this couple have some sort of weird Santa roleplay fantasy? Or are they just really dedicated to Christmas decorating? But if the latter is the case, then, you know, why even risk the kid finding out about the Santa You know what? I'll just overthink if I keep going. You know, this one used to get kind of a lower rating from me when I was a child, you know, when I was rating Christmas songs as a child. But, you know, upon learning this new information, albeit still thought-provoking, I'm gonna give it like a 9 or 10 out of 12. I'm still on the fence about it, though. 12 Days of Christmas, obviously, it's gonna get a pretty good rating. The only real complaint I harbor about this song is, you know, obviously the repeating nature of it. It does get a bit grinding, and it's one of those you can definitely hear enough for 1 year after like once or twice, or no times really. I mean, do I like it as much as I just said I did? I don't know. I can feel myself getting a little tipsy. I don't know if it's showing. Props, I guess, for turning a Bible story about Jesus and the Three Kings into a Christmas banger, I guess. 8 out of 12. Points off for its, you know, unremitting melody. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, okay, I will be the first to admit that I am not the biggest fan of caroling. If people showed up outside my doorway and were knocking on my door and then just started singing, I feel like it would be weird. Like, you know, when you get sung Happy Birthday, I feel like it would feel like that. Not that it's ever happened to me, though. But I feel like this song falls into the category of, you know, caroling tunes. Honestly, I don't mean to be too critical here, but, like, the melody of this song puts me to sleep. And not in, like, a good, warm eggnog way. It's just pretty boring. I don't know, so are the lyrics. They don't change much. And to be fully frank, it seems like someone just kind of, like, half-assed an effort of writing a Christmas song. Sorry, children of Victorian times. This one's gonna get a pretty low 6 geese a laying eggs. 6 geese a laying from me. The Herald Angels. Hark the Herald Angels sing. How did this make it onto the list? This one isn't another one I'm sure I'm not too sure that I dig, but it's probably due to more of like the weird Bible verses than anything else. Don't get me wrong, the harmony potential in this song is great, and the really high parts do go the hell off. It's just really not my type of Christmas music. It's definitely my mom's. I'm gonna go, I'm being nice and a little tipsy, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a solid 7 out of 12.
Holly jolly Christmas.
Holly Jolly Christmas is another, it's fine. It's a fine melody. It gets stuck in my head. Stays there like a bad trauma memory. I think the rhymes are lazy and it's simple, but it's not good simple. It's another one of those that just kind of, drones on and on as you're waiting for like the next song to play. Also another weird one, lyric-wise. I mean, Kiss Her Once for me is seems like a weird thing to do. Then again, a lot of these songs do have the theme of like, casual harassment to them. Harsh, but again, I'm gonna give it another 6 out of 12.
To look a lot like
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. The trumpet sounds, sneaking little trumpet part of this is pretty cool. Probably by far its best aspect. And the strings in the background also do make for a pretty, a pretty sound. This one obviously makes less sense the further we move into the Christmas holiday. So, why they still play it past like December 6th is kind of beyond me. But it's short and it's simple and sweet, so in the end, I really don't mind hearing it a bunch. My official rating for this one is going to be a relatively nice 8 out of 12.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it.
Let It Snow 3 times is one I have a, soft spot in my heart for. Well, that's that. My mom is a huge Frank Sinatra fan, and this one's always the one that, is really nice to come home to while she's, like, making dinner, and the decorations are all out, and I'm like, yep, yeah, it's Christmas. The full Sinatra version is amazing, and I would recommend checking it out if you haven't heard it. Another higher score for this one at a 10 out of 12. I don't know what that was. We're almost towards the end here, so I think I'm gonna swing back around to another low-scoring one on this rating system. Deck the Halls is boring as I said it. And that fa la 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 part feels like it's being seared into my brain with a brand of some sort whenever I hear it. God, I guess I really do hate caroling songs. But this one's constantly overused in like holiday commercials. It sucks. It's the worst Christmas song I think I've ever heard. It's not even creative. It's not even fun. It just fills me with like Hallmark Christmas card dread. You know what I mean? The only cool line in this song is "Don we now our gay apparel," which I mean, for contemporary linguistic reasons, is pretty fun. That doesn't make up for its horrible nature though. So this one rests at like a solid 4 out of 12. The lowest of the batch.
So hurry down the chimney.
Let's end this video on a higher note. I said earlier that there are like a few like oddly sexual Christmas songs, but I mean, come on. Santa Baby really takes the cake. I mean, if you think about it, Santa really is like the original sugar daddy, right? And all Eartha Kitt did in 1953 was prove that he could also be pretty sexy. It's a whimsical and fun melody that you never get lost following. And the lyrics are just so funny, but they're so sultry at the same time. I'll say it. This song walked so that the Mariah Carey song could run. But if the two were to compete, Santa Baby would knock it out of the park. I think I switched my sports metaphors there, but you get it. You get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little drunk now. Editing's gonna be fun. There are also just, 2 songs I want to mention quickly before ending this that I do feel belong in the god tier of Christmas music, i.e., 12 drummers drumming, hands down under the mistletoe. Number 1 is Last Christmas, originally recorded by Wham. And, another side note, can we get a shout out to Andrew Ridgeley? Like, everyone always talks about how great George Michael is, and he was fantastic, don't get me wrong. But Wham had multiple singers, guys. They were an English pop duo. We've done Andrew so dirty. But I mean, come on, a Christmas song about like seeing your lost love after a year at a party. And God, these lyrics, I mean...
You were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on.
And the last song I'll mention on here is the great classic banger by Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time. I genuinely love this song, all jokes aside. Those first, synthed those first, synth pop sounds really make me just smile whenever they come on. Whether, I'm just sitting and writing, petting my cat just alone, or I'm shopping for last minute gifts in a store, overcome by capitalism. It's just like sometimes you just really are having like a wonderful Christmas time, which coincidentally is what I hope you all have watching this video. Which is what I hope everyone watching this video has. Not like, whatever. Or I hope you're enjoying whatever holiday you're celebrating or not celebrating. I just hope you're having a fun and sexy time at the end of this horrible, horrible year. Things kind of feel like they're gonna suck for a while. So, I really do hope that you have a relaxing time. Take a nice break from everything that's happening, at least for a day or so, however long you can get away. And I hope you enjoyed this Christmas song rating video. I'm Abby, and I'm gonna go take a few days off. Definitely tonight. I want to wish everyone a happy end of the year and hopefully an even more wonderful new year. Maybe. This is 1 minute off. I will see you next time. Bye.